Thanks.
Now let's get more analysis of the Rams. We welcome in our duo of NFL analysts, John Ritchie and Leroy Glover, of course, who spent some time with the Rams for some insight on how to improve the team as they enter the 2010 draft. John, not a lot of positives for a team that won one game last year, but give us their biggest asset.
Well, you look at these guys, and it's a bunch of scout team caliber players who should have been playing cards in practice, but instead we were subjected to their lack of experience and ability every Sunday. Their lone bright spot was Steven Jackson.
Yeah.
The guy is a beast, an absolute monster out there. He is huge. He gets the job done, totes that thing. He was not playing at peak ability potential the entire season because he's not getting any help. And 324 carries, that's the third most in the league. That's way too much punishment for anyone to be taken with nothing to really show.
Hey, that's one heck of a strength to have. But, Leroy, give us the team's biggest weakness right now.
There are a couple different weaknesses on this ball club right now.
Just
defensively, they're really struggling to stop the run defensively. But their number one weakness, in my opinion, is their scoring offense. They're ranked dead last in scoring offense. I think, secondly, their ability to pass the ball vertically down the field. Mark Bulger really struggled to find the receivers. There really was no threat at the tight end position, and there were a lot of young receivers on this ball club. With a bid now for a new stadium and with new ownership coming in, they definitely have to find a way quickly to put points on the board.
No, sure not the greatest show on turf anymore, are they? All right, the draft is coming up. They got the number one pick. Let's look back at the draft. What has been their best draft pick over the past couple of years?
I got to go with their draft pick from 2009, the number 35 pick in James Laurinaitis. I mean, this kid was everything coming out of college, coming out of the University of Ohio State. I think he was really what they needed at that position. Was the all-rookie selection by the Sporting News, led this team in tackles, also had 2 interceptions and 2 sacks. He's definitely a building block for this defense moving forward.
Now, Laurinaitis is a beast at that linebacker position, but John, give us one of their worst over the last 5 years.
That's tough because I have some mediocrity to choose from there, but Ty Hill, the 15th pick in 2006, he was a nickel-type cornerback who they tried to fit into a shutdown corner role. 15th pick, traded after 3 seasons for a 7th rounder to the Falcons.
Ouch.
I think that says a lot. He played in all 16 games his rookie year. Since then, he's averaged less than 7 a season. Smallish, got hurt a lot, so they never got the value out of him.
I saw your reaction. You played with him. You felt this pain, huh?
Yeah, he really struggled. Ty really struggled a lot. He struggled.
Yeah, that was your former teammate. All right, so John, everybody's talking about should it be a defensive tackle, should it be a quarterback? Who should the Rams pick with that number one pick to have?
Assuming Sam Bradford passes the batteries of mad scientist physicals that he will be subjected to, they need to bring this guy in. Incredible accuracy. He's got the intangibles. He showed me some serious work ethic showing up at the combine at 236 pounds.
Yeah, added weight.
He bulked up.
Yep.
That's great. Passing on Sue and McCoy kind of seems nuts, and I think Bradford's new physique will be put to the test behind this offensive line, and he's got to learn how to fall better. You think about running backs getting tackled hundreds, thousands of times in a season. He gets tackled a couple times, bangs up that shoulder. Got to learn how to protect himself. But I think he has a chip on that recently surgered shoulder. He's going to jump to the moon to prove his doubters wrong. I really like the guy.
And just don't fall on that shoulder again, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I know you're going defensive tackle. I know you're going defensive tackle.
I would love to go defensive tackle with the number one pick in the draft, but recent history shows number one thing here. In 1991, the Dallas Cowboys took Russell Maryland with the number one pick. He turned out all right. He went to 1 Super Bowl, went to multiple Super Bowls, and went to 1 Pro Bowl. Secondly, you got to go with Steve Entman to the Indianapolis Colts.
Do you?
Bad pick. Then you go Dan Wilkerson to the Cincinnati Bengals. You just don't see the type of production from a number one draft pick being a defensive tackle. Now let's change positions now here. Since 1991, there's been 10, count them, 10 quarterbacks taken with the number one pick. Drew Bledsoe, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. There's been a lot of quality players taken with that pick, and so that's what I'm leaning towards in this particular draft, especially for this organization. Defensive tackle, not a good move.
Hard to pass up on an Ndamukong Suh or Gerald McCoy. We'll see what the Rams will do. All right, 1 win last year. Will they stay even? Will they move up? How much will they improve next year?
Assuming they bring in Bradford, I think fans have a tendency, because of the recent success of young quarterbacks, Flacco, Matt Ryan, Mark Sanchez, to think that it's a quick fix. It's not a quick fix. That's the exception rather than the rule. And the reality is there's the old adage that says for every rookie that you start during the season, that equates to a loss. And this team could be better if they started 15 rookies. But I played with Spags. Spags was the linebacker coach in Philadelphia when I was there. The guys love him. His defense is such, being a Jim Johnson disciple, that he doesn't have to have all the talent out there. The defensive schemes can beat you even when the players can't. So I think that some youthful exuberance, the schemes, having a good passing game, better passing game, is going to, maybe give them +4 over last year, see them winning 5 wins.
You got to have the players to buy into the system, though. What about you?
I see them at 6-10 right now. If you look inside their division, I think they can split with the San Francisco 49ers. I think they can split with the Seattle Seahawks. The team I see, in my opinion, that's on the decline is the Arizona Cardinals. They will surely miss Kurt Warner being at the quarterback position. Then you look at the rest of their schedule. I think they can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they can beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I think they can beat the Oakland Raiders. The last team where I give them the nod at is with the Washington Redskins. New coaching staff there. I think they'll have success against them. 6-10 is the mark I give them.
Only place for the Rams to go is up, unless they want to repeat what the Detroit Lions did a couple years ago and go 0-16. All right, John, Leroy, good stuff, man, as always.
Thanks.
Still to come here on ESPN's First Take, Marty Gilliard has all the skills to be an NFL wide receiver, but he might not be in his position if not for a heart-to-heart with his mother. He'll tell us what she said in a very difficult moment of his life. It's coming up. And the Jets made it to the AFC Championship game this year, so can they win the Super Bowl next year? Bart Scott will try and convince us next in Third Down.